This video is about how to publish or republish and share your DSPT. And if you've previously published your toolkit, the second, or subsequent times that you log into the toolkit again, it will look a little different. The one I'm using here is a toolkit for an organisation that's published before. And the first thing you notice is that there are more questions. You now can see 77 questions in total, including some non-mandatory ones. If I scroll down, here's an example of a non-mandatory one. The ones marked mandatory are the ones that you need to answer to get to standards met. So you only need to answer the questions marked mandatory. Now it's important that you review and republish your toolkit at least once a year. So every year you should review it, update and save any changes to the answers that you've previously made, and then you'll be able to republish your toolkit. And I'll show you how to do that using this one. You need to answer the 42 mandatory questions to be able to publish. And you can see if you're ready by looking at this progress bar here towards the top of the toolkit. And this shows me on this one that I've done earlier that I've answered 42 of those 42 mandatory questions. So to publish, I scroll all the way down to the bottom of the toolkit. It's quite a long way down. And we'll see the blue button here, Publish Assessment. If I click on that, I will be asked if I'm sure. I may also be asked if I haven't changed it recently to review my organisational profile questions to confirm the answers to whether or not I have NHS mail and who is my data protection officer, etc. But I've done that recently on this toolkit. So I'm just going to carry on and click Publish Assessment. You can see that I get a message here saying your assessment has been published, and I can download a certificate, I can view all previous publications, or I can go back to my assessment. Now what I'm going to do is download my certificate. There we are. It's a certificate saying that I published today and that I published at what level, standards exceeded, and that as I published in 2024, this toolkit publication is valid until the end of the toolkit year next year, to the end of June 2025. Now, when I publish, the fact that I published and on what date and at what level, this information is all that's publicly available. Other people won't be able to see the answers that you've put in. So if I go back to the assessment, I can get another certificate at any time by clicking on View Previous Publications. You can see that I've published this one several times before, and I can click on Download Certificate, and that information will come up again. So that's how you get it. If you want to see the detail of your answers, as well as logging in and looking at it, you can export your answers as a spreadsheet. So if I click on Download Assessment, it'll bring up my answers as a spreadsheet, and I can save those and look at those another time. So once you've published your toolkit, I suggest that you tell people about it, make the most of it. Tell your managers if you have other people in your organisation, tell them that you've published it, download your answers and share your responses with them so that they know what you've said in the toolkit and what are the standards they should be implementing. You could also share your certificates with CQC inspectors, commissioners, and the people that use your service because the toolkit is evidence that you are compliant with data protection law. So I suggest that you print out your certificate, display it on your premises. You could upload your certificate to the website, share it with people who are thinking about using your service, and where relevant, use it as evidence for CQC inspectors, or if asked, for your commissioners or NHS partners for other bids and your data suppliers. So shout about it. The DSPT certificate is evidence that you handle data properly in your organisation.